All right, I think I'm live. Hello, hello, Zen friends. Welcome back to a special Friday night session where I come back on just to finish out all the readings from the earlier session. You'll notice there's no chat because I'm not taking any new requests, but I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, tomorrow night again at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and on Sunday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time as well. If you'd like to join me then for new questions, I'd love to have you. You'll notice in the description box of the video, I do have the order in which I'm going to complete the readings tonight. After I'm done, I'm going to be noting the timestamps as I'm going down here, and I'll post a pinned comment like I did in the earlier stream with the name and the timestamp so you can jump directly to your reading as well. So we'll dive in. I have one donation I did not get to, so thank you for your patience and getting to your reading. I really appreciate that. And so let us put the timestamp here. We got Ankitaaaa More. So let me jot down your timestamp there. All right. So thank you again for your donation. I appreciate that. And you want to know, will your friend M, will they come for reconciliation of friendship with you, or is it best just to move on with your life? All right, we'll take a look here and see. Um, will they be coming for reconciliation based on current energy? We'll even check, is it best to for that, or is it best to move on anyway? Says it might be best even if they do, right? So we'll look at both here. So based on current energy, are they coming that way? And then what's the energy? Um, if you is it best for you to move forward? Even if they want to come back, right? Bottom of the deck, we do have the Nine of Swords, which is the Nightmare and Insomnia card. So there is an underlying energy of some fears. And I get that too, because I feel like if they come back for a reconciliation, there will always be a fear that they're going to do this again, that they're going to have that fear, that if you don't do what I want, then I'm out of here kind of energy, right? But we'll take a look here. First, are they even based on current energies? Are they even going to want to come back for reconciliation here? I don't feel like they will with the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. Both of these energies, 5 of Cups is sorrow, and you can see how they're focused on the 3 spilt cups down here, not the 2 cups behind here. And then the 7 of Swords is the thievery, the deception, the lying, but this is mindset, and so there is both animosity or this feeling of betrayal or lying or deception of the mind. And then the, uh, you're looking at the 5 and the 7 odd numbers are like conflicting energies. So the swords is of the mind, of the air, of thought, and the cups is of the heart and water energy. So based right now, it feels like they're all focused in on these deceptive thoughts that they have in their head and the focus on hurt feelings. Um, and so I definitely feel like there's not that energy of reconciliation. They have all this story going on in their head about I was wronged and and the victimization. They needed a villain for a story so that they could be a victim and they could look for a hero. And they just put you in a role of villain in their life. And even if it's not true or not, it doesn't matter. For their story, for their melodrama, they needed that. So I don't feel like they're going to have this reconciliation anyway. I feel like they get enough attention of being wronged, and they like the drama, right? So I kind of feel like we don't even need to look at these other cards, but let's look at what the energy is with you moving on, right? So you've got the Queen of Pentacles. Yep. Queen of Pentacles is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, baby. It's about caring for yourself and this abundance that comes with you choosing you. And I like that energy. So if that was the only card we got, that's definitely a yeah, I remove forward and choose for you. You've got the King of Swords. Yeah, King of Swords is about you got these royals, right? The King of Swords, they roll over the mind, but they also have a second portion, all the kings do of swords. So this is about seeing things higher. They have that big ace of swords, which allows you to see things from a different perspective, allows you to question your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that could be deceiving you. Like other people's actions define my worth. That's a big lie. It doesn't. We're taught growing up because our parents want us to believe that because their parents taught them and their parents taught them. Teachers, we judge you and it's very important what people think. And it's like, no, it's not. I get to decide the story. This is what the King of Swords says. I get to decide the story of what I put to something, just like everyone gets to decide what story. Everyone has an opinion, and that's okay. They can have it. Doesn't mean it's going to match mine. Doesn't mean that it's right. Doesn't mean mine's right either. But there's a great awareness that comes through all this that we don't see the world as it is. No one sees the world as it is. We see the world as we are. We see the world through our own filters, through our own experiences. That's why 100 people can experience an event happening and have 100 different stories about what happened because everyone perceives differently. And that's okay. We can let them. There's a great book that I'm reading right now, um, which I follow Mel Robbins on Instagram, and she talks a lot about this and has interviews. But it's a great book. I mean, I'm only on page 59, and my mind is blown. I love her perspectives. It's a beautiful book because it's about let people be who they are, and you get to let them choose, but you get to choose for you. And this is what this energy is you get to choose the story. Everyone can like, well, this is what I think happened. Well, this is what I feel happened. And that's my choice as well as that's their choice, right? I get the 7 of Cups. So there's a lot of emotional confusion around this, and that's okay. I feel like the 7 of Cups is there's a lot of other emotions to feel in the world. And so there's a lot to look forward to, I feel like, with this energy coming in here, not with them. And the 2 of Swords. Yeah, this is the battle between your head and your heart, and that's okay. When when any of us our little inner child feels unsafe or out of control, we go into fight or flight mode. We knock out our intelligent, compassionate, loving side, and we do all sorts of stupid, unloving, uncaring things. And so when other people do that, we're like, "Whoa, why are they acting like a child?" Because we've reverted into our little inner child with our pet hissing cat. I got a little cat here on a surfboard. They're um it's what we do. We hiss and attack, or we hiss and run away, or we hiss and attack and then run away until we get out of fear and feel safe again. Then we get back into our adult mind. But we do all sorts of crazy things when we're in fear. And so every moment is either an expression of unconditional love or a cry out for it. So whatever someone does, and it's like, whoa, we realize it's not about us. We're taught that their actions or non actions, their words or their silence are about us. But that's really about their fears, what they're going through. What triggers in me is about me, and I can look at that. And so that's what the gift that we have in any event, any experience is that we have the ability to grow and to understand things and understand ourselves more by the triggers that come up because our fears are what are triggering. And so when something happens and we're like, why did they just, um, reject me and um, end our friendship and said all those things, and now they're not responding to me. This is about me. No, this is about their belief about themselves and all the stories, all the fear they're going through. But how I'm responding or reacting to the situation are is for me, right? So there's some great growth that comes in here. Wow. And then you have the King of Pentacles. So moving on is important. You got both the King and the Queen of Pentacles. It is about abundance, and it is best for you to move forward. But you can reflect on what you learned through that experience, because guess what? If I don't learn through my experience with someone, I just have another teacher that comes in to help me learn that. So it's like, what are the things that we can do when we're ready is we can look at a situation and say, why did I want that to happen for me? Because when I'm in this is happening to me mode, I can't learn from it because I'm in that victim role of, oh, this is happening to me. And then once I get tired of that, then I can take a step back and go, okay, so everything that comes in life is for me in some way. So, and I wanted this because nothing happens in my life that I don't draw to me in some way, somehow. So I ask myself, why did I? So I take responsibility for it. Why did I want this to happen for me? What gift is hidden in this for me? And then I can look and grow from it. Because if I just rehearse it and blame, 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 whenever we do that, all we do is roll around in that victimhood, um, igniting fear over and over, triggering, reacting, reacting, triggering, feeling horrible, feeling all that lower vibrational. And when I'm done, I can be released from it all when I do that inner reflection. So that's what they have for you for that. And then your fortune cookie, you get a fortune cookie with a donation. So let's take a look here and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Angel number is 2424. Yep, good times ahead. So we like that. You are worthy of affection, leisure, and pleasure. If you tell your family and friends how you feel, you'll find that you're all on the same page and can work together effectively. Many people are rooting for you. And if you spread love, it will find its way back to you multiplied. I love it. Beautiful message. All right, and that's what they have for you. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right, so that's the only donation that I didn't get to in the earlier session. I didn't get to any of the other free readings in the earlier session, so that's where we'll start now. I got 3 for my YouTube channel members. They'll be up first, and then after that, we'll start in the longer list of the non-member ones. And these will be faster. These are 1 to 2 card readings, so they will go faster than donation readings. So do not worry. All right. And I will also grab timestamps for these too, so you'll be able to find them. All right. So up first, we have Nelia Medeiros, and you got 1313. You had 1010 earlier. Now you have 1313. I love it. So thank you for your donations earlier, Nelia. And for your free reading, you want to know what's coming in the month of May for you. So what is something that Spirit wants you to know for the month of May? Okay, this one and this one. You got the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Wow. Well, May seems like it's going to be a pretty awesome month for you because the 9 of Pentacles is an abundance card. It is a bit of an independence and kind of alone, taking some alone time as well, because 9 is the Hermit's card. Pentacles is the outside world. But you also got the 10 of Cups, which is a bunch of joy and celebration energy too. So I do feel like, there's this sense of fullness, both in the physical world, but also emotionally, that it just feels. And I think, remember, I'm just kind of feeling the energy of like one of your readings was about boom. There's like all this wonderful stuff that's flowing in for you in the month of May. I think it's because you're asking what's coming toward me, blah blah blah, and it was like, boom! All this stuff was moving, moving, moving towards you. And May definitely feels like it's an emotionally overflowing month, but also an abundant physical world energy. But I don't feel like it's necessarily like a oh, I'm falling in love kind of thing. I just feel like love is just flowing through your life and through a lot of different things, but it feels like a very independent, standing strong as yourself during the month of May. But it just feels like you're alone with spirit, connecting with spirit, but you're also having all this overflow because you're filling up with love and it's overflowing, that other people are giving you love and it feels like it's just overflowing in every area of your life in the month of May. So again, if we needed any more added into it, it's like, oh my gosh, it's just like it feels like life is full in so many ways for you in May. And they're not getting into any specific like events, but I think we covered a lot of that in that first reading when we went in depth with a lot of cards. It was like every area of your life is being positively impacted in May. It's about time, right? All right. That's what's coming in for you, Nelia. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Happy Pill, you are up next. So Happy Pill wanted a May month reading. Yep, I can't believe it's only a week away. Already in May. Whoa, all right. Boom, boom. That was loud, sorry. So you got the Knight of Wands and the Six of Cups. Wow. So this um piece of that's coming in here in May, uh this is about the Knight of Wands is like the quest for energy and connection to the spirit world with this Six of Cups. This combination, Six of Cups is like past life connections, past life energy, past life emotions. And the Knight of Wands is about a movement in this energy. And I know we've been like humanity, like last year was like we all got access to 1% more into our subconscious world and seeing things, which is one of the pathways to the Akashic records to past life, emotions, and energies, and all that. But this year, it's 1% every month. We're like, it's a big, expansive year for humanity. So we're recognizing a lot of past life connections, a lot of past life energies, and access to it. And I feel like in the month of May, this really is a big uh, lunge forward because the Knight of Wands is the fastest moving knight. But with that quest of that power, that energy, I feel like if you really focus in into past lives, whether it's sitting down and meditating and say, Spirit, can you bring me one of my past lives and just see what movie starts playing and where it takes you? Or do automatic writing and start writing a story of a past life and see where it takes you. But I just feel like there's the energy you invest in past life energy just expands it for you in a powerful way, like more than the 1% everyone is getting. It's like if you have the ability, like maybe all the stars are in alignment with your birth chart, where you have extra access to be able to do that. I feel like it's an important thing for you to do in May because you're realizing the connections you have with others too. Like you can go, I really feel like this draw to this person, and I don't know why. There's got to be something more to it. Did we have a past life together? And just see what comes to you and expand that gift that you have. So I like that for you, Happy Pill. Woo, woo, woo. All right. So that's what they have. Many blessings to you. And then Tonya Hykes, you are up. Grab your timestamp here. And reading for this weekend. All right, let's see. What does Spirit want you to know about this weekend? Not all those. Look at the busy weekend you have. Nope, I don't like any of those either. Let's see what else we have. Okay, there it is. For this weekend, you've got the Seven of Swords, whoa, and the King of Pentacles. So you have, the Seven of Swords is a card of it's of thievery, it is of deception, lies, that type of thing. And the King of Pentacles is, this energy of abundance and fullness. It can be a person. So like I normally don't like going in the direction of like, oh, beware, but beware that if there's someone that is like looks like they're filthy rich and they have everything together and blah 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 and they're spewing everything that you want to hear and you're like, this seems too good to be true. It is. Big fat liar. um On the other side of that energy, the Seven of Swords can be our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and that person can be a mirror for us, and it has to do with our belief about abundance, our belief about um, our worthiness of having big things and being successful and having security and feeling that solid kind of foundation in our lives. Like, do I deserve abundance? Do I deserve to win Powerball or whatever? That Seven of Swords is about our own thoughts and beliefs that cheat us out of opportunities in the outside world, cheat us out of abundance because we've got some old thoughts that maybe were subconscious. We're not even like, no, I deserve all this, but why is stuff not coming to me? Well, that could be that there's a belief that's running on autopilot below the surface that we're not aware of that's keeping things away. So this is a weekend to realize, okay, what are my thoughts that could be there? Let me, you can do like a little session with your inner child asking, what beliefs do you have around worth? You know, one of the things I was surprised, there's a great book by Margaret Lynch, Lynch, called Tapping into Wealth, like tapping when you do the tapping exercises that helps communicate with our subconscious, our inner children. And in that, it's a great book. She it's more than just wealth. It gets into worth and the blocks we have to wealth and the blocks we have to receiving. One of the things that came up when I was tapping was this memory. God, I forgot when I was like maybe 2, 3 years old. We went to my dad's boss's house to have like a Easter egg hunt. And it was out in a field in front of their house. It was undeveloped. The adults were in the backyard doing the big eggs with the money and stuff in it. But they had planted all the regular hard boiled eggs for the kids to hunt. And they gave us a basket, and I was good for my age. Bam, 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 bam. My whole basket was full. In fact, a lot of kids were having trouble finding eggs because I was finding them all. I was eagle eye. Well, my mom went in the back to go in the Easter egg hunt for the cash. My dad was watching over my brother and I, and he saw how much I had and how little all the other kids, and he took stuff from my basket, put it back for other kids to find. And as a child, I just what the message was, what I didn't realize is you don't deserve that. I'm putting some back. And you didn't even know that that was there. I was like, "No, what?" But when I did that, and so I feel like that's kind of with all this energy, is that there could be something in there that you've not like we forgot from a long time ago that we didn't realize. Oh, my little inner child interpreted it as you don't deserve abundance. That's why the person in authority put it back. You can't have that. And there was that belief, and I didn't realize that. And that was just a couple years ago. I'm like 58 now. This was like when I was 56. And I was like, wow, who knew that that was bubbling below the surface? So I feel like it's a good expansive thing this weekend. There's a great energy. Yeah, we have a Taurus new moon on Sunday, which is all about abundance. Oh, thank you, Spirit, for having that. Um, I had a video, that talks about new moon wishes and stuff too. So I feel like it's an important thing about value and about worth and about worthiness. A big thing released, this weekend. So that's what they have for you, Tanya. Wow. So many blessings to you. All right. So that was it for my YouTube channel members. Now we'll start on the other reading. So Shanay Govender, you are up. Let me grab your timestamp here. All right. And Shanae, you'd like guidance regarding any new love coming in May. All right, let's take a look here. Just spirit lets you know any new love or anything about love. Got that one. Okay, this one. All right. Wow. There's some great possibilities with love here. You've got the Chariot card, which is the power of choice card there. It is victory, it is movement. But this 10 of swords, don't worry, they're not dead. 10 of swords, all those swords are expectations, right? And the 10 is a good, even though it looks like they're dead, they're looking toward the sunrise. The sun is rising, and all these swords represent like all my thoughts and beliefs and mindsets I have, all these small t truths rooted in fear, all that opinion we got growing up about what love is supposed to be, should be, needs to be, have to be, must be, who they are supposed to be, who what they're supposed to bring into a relationship, how the relationship is supposed to start, um, what the relationship is supposed to bring me, who I'm supposed to be in the relationship, and even who I'm supposed to be. All of these rules, all this opinion that we took on because we didn't know any better growing up, right? Um, that makes it impossible to find love because all those expectations, it's a bar so high that none of us can reach it. And as we focus on, like we get into a relationship with all these expectations, we're focusing on what it's not being, who they're not being, what the relationship isn't being, even who I'm not being in the relationship. And that sucks the life out of a relationship and my energy, this power of choice. Whatever I focus on grows and expands. When I'm focused on what's not happening, then I get more not happening, you know. When I focus on, even when I focus on like needing love or wanting love, that's pushing it away. So this power of choice with the chariot, it's great guidance to go question, why do I believe like the person needs to be this way, act this way, the relationship has to start this way, progress this way, and end up a certain way. All of that makes it work instead of enjoyment, right? But with that chariot card, every moment we're making a choice, either a low vibration choice of fear or higher vibration choice of gratitude and unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, right? And we're making four choices. We'll make a mental choice of the story, the expectation, whatever, of what this thing, whatever's happening in the outside world. I'm choosing the story. I'm choosing my emotion, choosing my energy that I'm investing, and I'm choosing my physical actions. They're either lower vibrational or higher vibration. And when I'm focused on lower vibration, I get and attract more of that. When I focus on higher vibration. So the one of the best relationships we can have is getting rid of all of our expectations as much as possible and allowing us to just be and allow, when I have like, well, it has to be this person, blah, blah, blah. There's like this, small window where I'm saying, creator, it has to be this. I'm like, well, this person's on back order for 1,000 years. But if we let expectations go and we question these things and go, what does my heart want? Not what my mind thinks I'm supposed to want, but what do I want? And then that allows us to meet someone earlier because we don't have that. And then we focus on gratitude for who someone is. And an example is like when we meet someone, they're bringing us this and we have no expectations, right? Because we don't know them. So look how wonderful they are. Wow. Right. And then we start to hang around them. We start expecting a little more. We start dating. We expect more. They need to do this and they need to do that, need to do that. Supposed to do this, should do that. We start dating exclusively. They're still kind of wonderful, but look at how much less wonderful they are. And then we get engaged and then we get married and we go, why did they change? And they didn't. Just our expectations of each other change. And so that's what sucks the life out of a relationship is all these the fears we have of if they don't do these things, it means I'm not lovable and I'm not acceptable. And there's this clearing away of all this that they're saying, you get to choose and that's important because if we don't, we're going to keep doing what we've always done and get what we always gotten. And it's like the change is that we're taught focus on want, need, what's not happening, what we hate, what we fear, and then we just grow all that instead of going to gratitude, saying, Creator, I would love to be in a relationship and I give it to you. I'm going to trust that you're going to bring me the perfect person, the perfect timing, the perfect way. I'm going to have gratitude for who they are, not focus on who I think they're not being and what the relationship isn't being, because that's just going to take me down that road. I'm going to do this instead. In the meantime, I'm going to go live life. I'm going to go live my passion. What are the things I love to do? And that's where I'll meet them in doing what I love. When I make my goal to try to find love, it's like trying to find someone to fulfill a job. and we're taking resumes and doing interviews and doing background checks, right? Checking their social media, you know. And then we find out they lied on their resume, and then we fire them, and then we have to hire someone else. The other is when we're out living our passion and living that gratitude, then we meet someone and it sparks and a relationship organically grows. It's not the end goal that we're living life. They start enjoying life with us instead of trying to make someone our life and we be their life. It's like, no, I am my own love, my own life. And then I live it. And then I find someone who wants to go on the journey with me, and it's a different experience. So hopefully that helps. That's a lot, Shanae. I'm sorry. But they're blah, blah, blah. Maybe that's just for more than just you and me. But hopefully that helps. But that's what they have for you for guidance for me, for love. You're like, ah, crap. All right. Anyway, that's what they have. So many blessings, my dear. All right. And then Lucky, you are up next. Let me grab your timestamp here. So your free question, Lucky. You were accepted by a famous retail chain. I worked retail a lot in my life. Dillard's and Mervyn's. um, to be a potential employee in their preliminary candidate draft. So you passed the team assessment. Great job. And you're looking to be hired soon. Will it happen? Right. Based on current energies. Is that a right? There we go. Boom, boom. Cards came flying out. All right. You had the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is the last thing that grows on the fruit trees of fruit. It feels like this is a long, drawn out process. The Six of Swords is a positive card. It's a movement of thought and belief and mindset. It's an energy of action and transition and movement energy. So I do feel like it might just take a little longer to get an answer, but I do feel like there is movement. I feel like they're going to, um, I feel like there's going to be another interview. I know, right? But that's what it feels like with the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, which is communication. It's like, um, we just have one more interview with the store manager or with this, whatever. And it's like, all right, one last interview because it's down to some candidates and they're weeding it out and they're just going to meet one more time. And it's like, gosh, but it's like the final person who's going to make the final decision. Um, but it looks like there is movement with that. I feel positive about it with all of that because the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So I feel like you do. It just feels like it's taken forever, right? But it feels positive. All right. I know. So that's what they have for you, Lucky. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Alicia, you are up next. Oops. Let me grab your timestamp here. The correct timestamp. I don't want to put the wrong one. All right. There we go. So, Alicia, your free question. What's coming towards you in May month or generally? Let's look in here. I feel like it's for the month of May. You got the Five of Swords and the Six of Cups. All right. So there is this transformation. The Five of Swords is a card of like conflict. And the Six of Cups is this energy of children or childhood more so. And I just feel like there is something that transforms around communication, around conflict. I don't know if it's with siblings or with children, if you have your own children, or it's around conflict around children, like having to do with the children. But there is this transformative energy. Five is the number of change, and the Five of Swords starts off confliction, arguing, or the battle between the head and the heart, not sure what to do. But it kind of feels like it's more external arguments or something. Um, but there is this healing, this transformation, this alteration of communication that there might have been some conflict in the past, some hurt feelings, some misunderstandings. And whether it is with siblings, but because it feels like childhood connection or connection with children, kind of this energy. But whatever the conflict is, there is positive resolution that comes in May, um, with that. And so it's an important thing to know. Um, and part in the transformation of all that is the battle between your head and your heart. It's like they're like saying, "Do you want to be right or do you want to have love between you?" Then let the mind go, is how important is this? I'd rather have love. Let me, let me approach it in a loving way and go, let's talk through what happened and let's, you're important to me. That is not as important to me as you are. So I want you to know that and we can work this out some way, somehow, kind of energy. So hopefully that makes sense to you, Alicia. But that's what's coming in for me. So there you go. Many blessings. All right. And then Victoria Huber-Ramirez. Hello, hello. Let's grab your timestamp. And Victoria, I want to know what is coming toward you for this upcoming weekend. All right. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know about this upcoming weekend here? Boom and boom. So you got the Four of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Really, this balanced kind of energy coming in. Four of Cups. It's almost like emotionally bored. I know, right? Yay. But the Four of Cups is that energy of like you reach emotional stability. Like if there was like we have emotional turmoil and then we kind of find this nice and then we get stagnant and bored with it. And the Six of Pentacles is this balanced energy, but I just feel like things are so just kind of in this limbo to let's like even balance needs balancing, if you've ever heard of that, like moderation in all things, including moderation. And I feel like this weekend it's time to get imbalanced. And I feel like there's this energy of it's important for you to go do something that you haven't done before. Even if it's drive a different way or go to a different grocery store or um, contact a friend you haven't talked to in forever. It's like do something out of the ordinary and different because it's like there's this stagnancy and doing these different things helps ignite change and flow into your life. And it's important to do that this weekend. So I like it. You have a new moon on Sunday too. So don't forget to take a look at that video that I put out for the new moon wishes for Taurus too. But I feel like it's an important thing for you to initiate and do things differently. Get out of the comfort zone and go, I'm gonna go do this. What? I know it's crazy, but you're gonna go do something. Go do something different. It's important because it does bring change for you. So that's what they got for you, Victoria. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Raviteja I'm gonna murder this, right? Chouderpelli. I probably wasn't even close with that, but at least you have somewhat of an idea. And on my deepest apologies. So you wanted a general for the month of May. Hey, that's popular today. Let's see what else is coming here. So for May, what do they want you to know? At least one thing they want you to know. All right. So it is a month here where if you take some action here with the Queen of Wands, Page of Pentacles is abundance, new opportunities come in that bring in reward, and it's worth putting the energy into it. Queen of Wands is that energy of whatever she focuses in and goes all in toward, zoom, she's able to make things happen and get in things. And the Page of Pentacles is like the reward for that. Queen of Wands also, she has a great connection. That's what the black cat is to the spirit world. All the other royals, if you look at the page and the knight and the king, they all have a salamander or a lizard that protects them from the risk of that wand suit of fire, of action. But the queen doesn't need it. She has a black cat. She has a connection to spirit, so she doesn't have risk really. When she's wanting to know something like, well, I wonder if I do this or this, what's best for me? She dials up the eye in the sky. She dials up the spirit world, her connection to her spiritual posse, and goes, which is best, left or right for me? And they're like, take it right. And they do in abundance. And people are like, how do you do that? And it's because of your connection. You trust your gut, you trust your connection to spirit. And if you put action forward in what you feel nudged to do in May, you get reward, you get abundance that comes in, whether that is it money? Is it love? Is it romance? What is it that you are wanting? And whatever you put this energy towards, you know, just know that you don't do it as want, need. You do it with gratitude. That's the powerful energy. Is she doesn't go want, I need this, I want this, I hate this, I fear this. She's focusing on that's what I want, and I'm so grateful that I'm going to have this, and this is where I'm headed. And the energy is all about this joy and gratitude of having, not the need of it, but the knowing that I'm going to have this. This is what I want, and this is what I'm going to get. It's confidence. It's a different type of energy than just doing a lot of work and I hope I get it. It's like, no, I know. I just have this knowing. I'm going to invest this energy, and that is going to be what's going to be drawn this way. Um, so I like that for you, and hopefully that helps. But great things for you for me. It's like a world of possibilities, but you have to take action around it. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right. And we have Livier Vergara. You are up. Give me a timestamp here. So Livier, you'd like an oracle reading. All right, let's see here. What do we want? Where are we going? Where are we going? I feel like we're going to go to the unicorns um, today. So let's see, what does the unicorn, what do they have for you? All right. Here we go. So you have flow. Beautiful, beautiful card here. So we can do without a bunch of glare on there. They're very glossy. And it says, find an easier path forwards. Surrender the outcome. Release your expectations, right? And their little message that comes with this is, so this card, of course, indicates that a strong attachment to one particular outcome in a situation is locking you into struggle. You cannot fight the tides that are flowing against you. They are stronger than you, and your efforts will leave you exhausted. You simply cannot do any more from a physical or mental level. Let go and let the divine guide you through these currents instead of battling them by yourself. These unicorns urge you to find a way to relax into your flow and be open to receiving a positive new outcome, especially one that you haven't yet considered. Hand the situation over to the infinite intelligence and trust that an easier way forward will be revealed at the right time. Until then, instead of trying to force your way through, relax, float, surf, and play in the waves with these beautiful unicorns who understand how to dance with the ebb and flow of life. The moment you let go, you will open space for miracles and an even better outcome than the one you thought had to happen. Magic is possible when you surrender and flow. Wow. Beautiful card. That's their message for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Ashu Petal. You are up. Let me grab your timestamp here. All right, Nashu, you'd like anything your spirit guides want to tell you. All right, let's take a look here. What do they want you to know right now? Okay, yeah, that was these two. All right, beautiful cards. So you got Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So this energy, the Eight of Pentacles, is like an apprentice who's been working, putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears. They become the master. And it's like this recognition here with this Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is an energy of self love, right? This is like you've been focusing on raising your love vibration. I feel like all this Eight of Pentacles is you've been working, putting in that shadow work, doing that work, questioning thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you anymore. And you've been, transforming those. You've been looking into your emotions that don't serve you anymore and transforming those. Looking into energy that doesn't serve you anymore, transforming that. And even in the physical world, things that just don't fit you anymore, things that aren't working for you anymore, and you're purging and clearing things out, even working on your physical body. All this, they are recognizing, your spirit guides are recognizing all of this that you've been putting in for a long time. You've been putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, and now you're going to start to see the rewards come in. If you haven't seen them already, they're just about to start entering your life, and they'll just continue to come in bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger ways. But there is this acknowledgement from your spirit guides that you've been doing the work, putting in all that energy for it, and now you're going to start to see the rewards for that. So I feel like a big piece of what they just wanting to tell you is keep doing what you've been doing. Don't give up. It's coming in. It's like if you're reeling in a line and you're like, "Where's the fish? I think I'm just going to stop." No, the fish is about to break the surface. You're like, "Wow!" So I feel like it's an encouragement to persevere and keep going, but also this recognition of all the stuff that you've been working on with yourself. So that's what they have for you, Ashu. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Gene XO, you are up. Hey, Gene. All right. Got your timestamp. Let's get your reading here. Hello, love. You want to know what are Virgo's feelings and next actions towards you? And also, what are the underlying energies on the bottom of the deck? All right. So, feelings, Virgo. Okay. Feelings. And next actions is this one. Bottom of the deck, you got the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Trust your gut. Trust your instinct. It's not lying to you. What is it telling you? Not your heart. Your heart that's like, I want them. But your gut. What's your gut telling you, right? So Virgo's feelings, Six of Swords, as Virgos do, very much in their head, blah, blah, blah. Um, it's like you ask a Virgo, you don't ask a Virgo what they're feeling, you ask them what they're thinking. Because they, even though they're an earth element, they are ruled by Mercury, which big communicators, big thinkers, Capricorns, Virgos, the three air signs, right? All of them, big thinkers. But the Six of Swords is that they're letting go of old ways of thinking, moving to different ways of thinking. So there is this alteration, there is some smoke coming out, and they are reflecting, seeing things from a different perspective. So clarity coming in that foggy, smoky brain that's going on right now with them. Let's see what their next actions are. Well, there's movement, but there's no movement. There's movement in here, but it's not making its way out here yet. The Hanged Man is about transformation. It is about being in the cocoon. It is about pausing, waiting, because they're not walking anywhere when they're hanging upside down from a tree by 1 foot, right? So, but there is this enlightenment. You can see the little glow around their head. So they are getting clarity about what they really want and what they don't want. But I don't feel like they've come to a whole lot of conclusions yet. They're just rearranging their spreadsheet, their emotional spreadsheet. Let's move these over here. Well, let me try a different graph. Let's see let me analyze this. And just like, for the love of God, can you just make a decision? But that's not how Virgos work. They They have to go through all the scenarios. They have to go through it all. And if you interrupt them, then they have to start over. So that's what they have for you right now, Gene. I'm so sorry. All right. So many blessings to you. Right. And Mars, you are up. So Mars, let's bring yours over here. Anyone to know anything or anybody you need to worry about as of right now? And when it comes to the person, not really worry, but as in like know about, right? So anyone you need to be aware of, right? Anything or anybody you need to be aware of right now. All right, let's take a look here. Okay, that one. Oh, and this one here. All right. Anyone or anything. Wow. Got these two exact cards in an earlier reading. You need to be aware of whoever this other person was that got this. Wouldn't that be funny? I forget who it was. It was someone that asked about love. Be aware. Reach out to them. No. 10 of Swords, the Chariot. So the 10 of Swords, the message that kind of comes in here, be aware of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, right? The 10 of Swords is our expectations. And the 10 of Swords is like, I'm sick and tired of trying to please everyone else. I'm tired of trying to make everyone fit my expectations. I'm tired of being disappointed and I'm tired of being a disappointment. I'm just tired of all of these rules. Supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be. It's driving me crazy. It's exhausting. This person isn't dead. They're exhausted trying to live up to everyone's expectations. And there's this important energy here because the Chariot card is movement, it is victory, it is the power of choice. Black and white choice here, right? But it does tell us that, yeah, we're given all these stories growing up on when this thing happens, this is what it's supposed to mean. And I just feel like this is about anything and anybody going on in your life here because anything in the outside world just is. Until there's no story to it, there's no purpose put on it. That's why I think it was Bashar. There's a Daryl, I forget his last name. I'm so sorry, Daryl. He channels Bashar, an ET, an extraterrestrial being, a higher vibrational being, and they were like, um, life on Earth has no purpose. And people are like, what? And he goes, meaning that no, it was like there's no meaning to life. There's no meaning to life. And they're like, what do you mean? And he was like, meaning that life just is, it's an experience. But when it gets into here, all these expectations, the story, then this is where we decide, oh, it's a bad thing, a good thing, or a neutral thing. But it just is in the outside world. But this mind is the trap. This is where we decide what something means or doesn't mean. We also choose our emotion, what we feel in each moment, what energy we're going to put forward, and what physical actions we take. The Chariot is a very empowering card because it's we realize I get to choose the story, the emotion, the energy, and my actions. But I've been told all my life growing up, giving all these opinions. No, 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 no. This is the story you should put to that. No, this is how you should feel about that. No, this is the energy you should. No, this is the actions you should take. And we're brainwashed. We're given it until we take on that opinion as our own. Then we make it our habit and then we make it our reaction. But we can question and change these things. And I feel like this is the important thing that's coming up for you right now is you realizing I am not at the whim of the outside world. Someone's actions or non-actions, words or silence don't mean anything about me unless I want it to. And then I can create a story around it, have a little drama around it if I want. Oh, woe is me, right? Or I can choose like, this is for me. Instead of feeling like life is happening to me, I can switch it around to life is happening for me. And how is this for me? And how can I use this for my growth and for my learning and my expansion? Instead of how am I going to let this defeat me and take me down. That's the power of choice. Every moment, the black and white, a choice of lower vibration rooted in fear of rejection, fear of not being enough, not being good enough, not being chosen, whatever those fears are. That's lower vibration. That's all these things. These are the things that exhaust us, right? But there's this freedom that comes in with all of this too. And I can choose higher vibration, unconditional love, joy, gratitude, laughter, play, peace, those higher vibrational energies. And it's like it doesn't matter what happens in the outside world. And in a way, it doesn't matter who's coming towards you or what's coming towards you because I get to decide what it all means. And that's where this freedom comes in because as long as I believe all that crap that we've been told growing up about what things are supposed to mean and how I'm supposed to feel, I feel like a puppet in strings, right? And that's why we care so much about who and what and everything that's coming towards us because if this comes into my life next, then I have to think this way, feel this way, whatever. So it's like a puppet, all these strings. Well, this is how I have to be. I'm all controlled. I'm at the whim of the outside world because if my life is all a reaction of what's happening out there, I'm giving my power away. It didn't take power over me. I'm giving it away, going, oh, this is what I have to do. They're like, okay. They're like, well, I don't want to do that. Okay. I can do what I want? Uh-huh. Power of choice. You can do whatever you want. There's no right or wrong in spirit's perspective. There's just different choices with different outcomes and different experiences. But there's no right or wrong from spirit's perspective. That's a human thing. Um, and so hopefully that helps. I feel like that's what's coming in here for you right now. And it's an empowerment is what is headed your way because you're realizing that happened. Well, this is what it means. Does it? And you're like, does it have to? No, I can go out and have a flat tire and I can go put the story of, oh, why does the universe hate me? Or why does somebody hate me? Someone slashed my tire. Oh, why is this happening to me? It could be horrible, right? It can ruin my day. Or I can go out and be neutral, or I can go out and go, thank you, creator, universe, for I know this happened to, now I'm going to be not on the road. I could have killed someone or I could have been killed or get a horrible accident or get a ticket, depending on how extreme you want to go, or it delayed me to where I'm going to walk in, I'm going to bump into someone. This is happening for me. I get to create the story. So empowering. All right. Hopefully that helps. That's what they got for you, Mars. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Jessica. Oh, you are up. So Jessica. And you like a general reading for May. All right. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know for May? I want that one and that one. Just take a quick sip here. All right. 2 by 2. Look at you. So you have the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. So power of choice energy coming in here. But Two of Cups is relationship kind of energy. Doesn't need to be romantic unless you're looking for romance. But this Two of Pentacles, there's this balancing energy with all this, but there's also this choice energy. And I feel like with this combination that if you're looking for love, I feel like you're going to have two options that pop up. Two interested parties or two parties you're interested in. And I just feel like there is this, I don't want to say split personality. That's funny. But it is this two completely different people. And I feel like one really, really like stimulates your mind and great conversations, same interests. It's just like, wow, you're just really drawn to them, but the heart isn't like as invested in that. it's there, but it's like, wow, the mind is just really it meets a lot of the criteria of the mind. It's like it looks good on paper. I really like the conversations. I can see this life, but the heart isn't like, "Oh my god." It's just like, "Yeah." And then there's another one where it doesn't make sense on paper whatsoever. It's not someone you normally go for. It's the complete opposite. That's why it's like a split personality because your mind, I love them, but your heart wants them. And it doesn't make sense. And it's like this your heart and your head are battling each other in the month of May around this. And it's like, all right, well, you know, this is like something that you'd normally go for, right? But and then your mind's like, "Well, I can see the heart's point. This is what we've always done, and this is what we've always gotten. Maybe we do go for and see how that goes," kind of thing. Eventually, I feel like your heart wins, over it, but I feel like it's important to know and to realize that's where the confusion is coming from, because your heart and your mind, it's like you have a split personality, but it's because we are built of a mind and a heart, and that's 2 different parts of us. One wants one thing, one wants another, and I feel like it's under to understand the struggle that's there is important for you, for me, right? So that's what they have for you, Jessica. So many blessings to you. All right. Let me get some timestamps here. All right. And then we have Nadeem Khan. So, Nadeem, you had asked, you said, can I ask for a reading? Um, and so I'm going to give you a general reading. In the future, um, you don't I appreciate the politeness, but you don't have to ask. You could just put your question out there. So if you have a specific question, if you join me like tomorrow, I'll be on in the morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time and 6 p.m. Mountain Time again on Sunday. If you put a specific question, we'll pull those. For this, I'm going to consider it a general reading, see what Spirit wants you to know right now. And if that does or does not answer your question, you can always come back in another session too and ask a question there as well. So let's see what Spirit wants you to know here. Okay. So you've got the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords is the nightmare and insomnia card. You can see them. All these things on their mind, on their mind, on their mind. Seven of Pentacles is Um, it's like a patience card. The last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. They're standing there looking at that going, why is it taking so long? But I feel like this energy that's coming in here, there is this, I don't know, it's like you have fears about timing, something not happening fast enough. And this is what keeps you up at night, or you wake up, or you have dreams about, or nightmares, or it's the first thing you think about when you wake up, or all of the above. But it's about something isn't happening fast enough. It's not getting here. And if it doesn't happen by this time, what does that mean? And we have all these thoughts, these opinions of other people that are going around in our head telling us, well, this is what this would mean if this doesn't happen by this time, whether it's having children or being married or getting a certain job, achieving a certain education, whatever all these rules are, that all these opinions out there, none of that means anything, though. I feel like, Spirit is bringing this up to let you know the fear that is at the root of it, understand it, get to the fear. Because, Creator, they, our human side of us is always about time, right? We got to have this, we have all these rules about what our worth means if certain things don't happen or if certain things happen by certain times. And there's this freedom that comes when we realize I'm an eternal being. I never end. I have multiple lifetimes. I've lived many lifetimes. I'll live many more, and I'm having a ton of other experiences and other dimensions and other universes. I'm a big honkin' spirit being that I'm having multiple different times of lifetimes all at the same time. This is just one little drop, and If I don't get it in this lifetime, then I'll get it in another lifetime. And then there's this relief that comes in of these fears, and we realize all these opinions people have are strictly that, opinion. It's their thoughts, it's their belief. Doesn't mean it has to be mine. There's a freedom that can come with this, but I feel like it's around timing, and it doesn't mean anything. All those opinions, you can have a different opinion. And if the opinion that you have for yourself is that, well, that means like if I don't find the love of my life, I'm a loser, then we can question that, right? Or if I don't achieve that, then it means I fail. We can question that and go, who says? Who says? Someone made something up at one point, but it's not true. I get to decide what everything means. So there's some empowerment that I feel is here for you. So hopefully that makes sense. And that's what they have for you right now, Nadeem. So many blessings to you. Right, let me bring the rest of these down over here. So we just have a couple or a few left. Not a couple. Couple is two. We have three left. So love is the most powerful force in the universe. Thank you for your donation earlier. Your free reading is a general reading for the person on your mind. All right. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about this person on your mind? Okay. Yep. I feel like it's this one right here. So, Queen of Cups and Three of Pentacles coming in here. There's this energy here. Queen of Cups normally doesn't mean quite this. It's normally like more the Queen of Pentacles, but there's this nurturing energy, this following the heart energy. And the Three of Pentacles is about being true to one's authentic self, which the Empress is that number three of the major arcana, which is the mother nature, mother nurture, kind of just have this combination of this. And I feel like on one hand, it's important for you to be true to you and be authentic to yourself regarding this person. Don't try to be someone you're not. Don't try to, like, don't shrink. Don't dim your light. Be you. And don't be afraid that if I'm not who I think they think I'm supposed to be, that I won't be able to interact with them. This is about being true to your authentic self and follow your heart. Do what's on your heart with this individual here. It's all about expression, but true, authentic expression of who you are, and don't be afraid. If you want to share something on your heart with them, do it. You have nothing to lose because if they don't feel a certain way, then you'll know and you won't waste your energy on it anymore. There's not this chance with them like, well, if I wait, maybe they will. No, there's like, you just be true and share who you are and be true to yourself. And if they're like, well, no, I really don't feel that way, then you're like, okay, well, then I'll not invest that energy towards them anymore because they're not for me. Or, I don't want to grow anything between them. I'll be able to use that energy somewhere else. So hopefully that makes sense. But I just feel like there's this being true and express what you want to express. Don't be afraid of it. Whether it's love or just friendship or whatever it is, it's about expressing your true authentic heart and don't worry. They can't heartbreak is a fear. Um we are the ones who choose to be heartbroken or whatever story. So we get to choose, and we're like, well, I don't want to be embarrassed. Well, embarrassment is our choice. We want to be embarrassed if we feel like um expressing our heart is wrong. It's like, no, expressing our heart is totally right. If someone doesn't want to accept it, that's okay. That's for them. That doesn't mean that's a story about us. Express yourself authentically, I feel like, is the big message coming through. All right. So that's what they have for you. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Maria P, you are up exactly at 11000. All right. And so a general reading for just you. Wow. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. Boom, boom. So we got the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Wow. This is almost like we just had For Love is the Most Powerful. I put that card back in and it came right back out. But you have the, so you had the Queen of Cups. You have the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. But yours is a little different of a interpretation with the energy, of course. Because the Queen of Pentacles is about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, but this is about creation and creativity and birthing something. And I feel like with this energy for you, you haven't expressed your creativity in a while by this energy. So whether it's painting, even with your children, color, paint, create, do something for you. What do you love to do? What is your creative thing? Creating something in the kitchen, creating a painting, clay, like I said, drawing, something, paper mache, crochet, whatever it is. There's this nudge here for you. It's important for you to create. Um, and when you get so busy doing everything for everyone else and doing that, um, we always leave that last, but this should be a priority. It's like, make this a priority to create. Even if it's like, well, let me do it with my children. At least you're able to do it and you're making it a game with them or, whatever it is you're doing. It's just like you need to express your creativity. You are a creator and you need to create and express your energy. And it's important for you to do that, but in a creative way. So, that's what they have for you, Maria. So many blessings to you. All right. And then lastly, but not leastly, we have Ateshi Singh. So Ateshi, you are up. And you want to know SSP's current energy towards AS versus SRG ASVI. All right. So uh is that 5 people? Or is AS twice? Well, we'll pull a card for each since you're my last reading here. Let's do okay. So we've got AS, VS. We'll do SRJ, AS again. There's a second AS. And then this one is for VI. All right. So let's see what their current energy are towards all of these. So, the first AS, we got the Queen of Wands. So they do see this person as someone very attractive. The Wands energy is like a fire sign, very they seem as very passionate, very active, very go, go, go. But there's that attraction there with the wands, the passion suit, um, the feminine energy that's there. So there is quite a energetic and physical attraction towards AS. And they feel like they're a fiery person that gets stuff done. It's the queen of fire kind of energy there. VS, they got the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups with VS is kind of like this dream come true kind of energy, but it's an emotional dream come true energy. So where AS is kind of physical and passion, energetic, this one is of the heart. So their heart really gets drawn to VS. Um, But you can love someone and not wanna be with them too, especially if you're passionate about other people. Like, if you're It depends on what's thinking. Is it your brain thinking, your heart thinking, or something else thinking, right? So anyway, that's as much as I'm gonna go there. What about SRJ? Eight of Wands. So there is a lot of energy for them too, with there a lot of passion, a lot of attraction towards SRJ, a lot of activity, um, like movement, fast movement. They feel there's like passion, but they feel like where with the Queen of Wands, there's like this respect. This is more really physical. The other is like passionate and there's this energetic draw. With the Eight of Wands, I feel like it's more physical attraction, kind of energy, if that makes sense. And then AS, well, Page of Wands. If it's the same AS, here's the Page of Wands, which is again this attraction energy here, a heightened attraction with them. So if AS is the same, it's the same type of energy. Um, the first one, if it's two people, AS is more heightened, but the Page, because it's the Page, the Knight, and then the Queen. So there is an interest there. Again, all this, are they like a little chihuahua that's going around humping people's legs? Because there's a lot of physical and energetic attraction to all these people. They're just like a kid in a candy store. And then VI, the Hierophant. So this is more of a grounded type of energy. The Hierophant is Taurus energy, earth energy, but it's more teacher student and about, with VI it feels more respectful. It's like how you would respect an elder kind of energy. Um, but it doesn't feel like the others are passion, 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 emotion. This feels grounded, more friendship, kind of friend zone kind of energy with that. So hopefully that helps. But that's the kind of energy that I have coming in right now. So that's what's happening, Ateshi. So many blessings to you. And thank you guys so much for all your patience and getting to your readings. I will be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, tomorrow night, 6 p.m. And then also on Sunday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. When I'm done here in a sec, I will post a comment with the timestamps and I'll pin the comment too. So that's what it'll be there. So, all right, everybody. Well, I'm outie. Have a great night or a great day wherever you're out in the world. And until I see you again, remember every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, hang in there, take care of yourself. Remember, have fun. Because why are we being so serious, right? All right. We'll see you soon. Love you.